Hello, my name's Angela Wood. I'm Chief Nurse and Director of Infection Prevention and Control at the Rotherham NHS Foundation Trust. I wanted to identify today to you some help we can get from yourselves to make sure we can support our patients and the community dealing with COVID-19 at the current time. We're seeing an increasing number of patients in the hospital with COVID-19, but we want to reassure you that we are doing everything we possibly can to keep you safe as patients and as visitors whilst we're going through this pandemic. If you actually come to the hospital for an appointment or for an outpatient appointment or for an operation, then please do attend unless you're actually having symptoms of COVID or that there are extenuating circumstances when you can contact our contact centre and identify that you're unable to attend, and we will reschedule your appointment. We need you to make sure when you come into the hospital you're wearing an appropriate face covering or mask and that you follow the instructions of the staff closely. We're spreading our chairs out in the outpatients department and in our areas to ensure that we're not having patients or visitors next to each other, and we're appropriately socially distancing. If you're attending for an appointment, then you'll have instructions within the letter you receive, identifying what you need to do and how many visitors or not you're able to bring with you. Visiting restrictions are in place to ensure our staff, our patients and our visitors are as safe as possible while visiting the premises. We are trying to make sure communication is good, and we have volunteers across the ward who help you communicate with your relatives should you not be able to visit at this time. You'll notice when you attend that our staff will be wearing protective equipment such as goggles and face masks and sometimes gloves and aprons. This is for their protection and for yours too. And we hope that you don't find it too intimidating, but if you're having any difficulty communicating with our staff, please let them know and we'll try to make some adjustments for you. We really do need your help to reduce the number of infections we are actually experiencing in the hospital and across the community. You can help us do this by washing your hands on a regular basis and using the gel provided across the organisation as you see it. Wearing a face covering in the hospital allows us to ensure that we are not passing anything between patients, staff and visitors, and that anybody who has a cough or is unwell, we can identify isn't spreading it without them knowing. Keeping our 2-metre distance is really important, as in ensuring that in the shops and in the areas you're not too close to each other when you're walking. There are signs across the corridors and on the stairs to identify to keep left, and we would really appreciate you doing this. As we see an increase in coronavirus cases and move towards winter, it's really important that we utilise our urgent and emergency care centre to its best effect. So please utilise it for emergencies only. Other healthcare opportunities are available across Rotherham where you will be able to get help and support which may better suit your needs. If you do come to the emergency department, we would ask that you notice that the access to the department is slightly different and the waiting room has been adjusted so we can safely distance people and ensure that there isn't any spread of infections that might be in place. We are limiting the number of visitors that are accompanying patients into our urgent and emergency care centre, and you'll notice that we have a waiting room that is designated in different areas to support you if you do have to wait to be seen by a clinician. The nurses again will be in masks and gloves and visors to ensure that they are protecting you and themselves from any potential infections that are coming into the hospital. Once again, can I thank you for the support that you've given to the hospital and community staff during this pandemic. We've really appreciated you listening to advice to ensure that we can reduce the number of infections in the community and then reduce the pressure to the hospital. Hopefully, working together, we can ensure that our patients, our staff and our visitors remain safe at Rotherham.